Hey guys, how you doing? This is Andy Huang. 大家好，我是黄嘉贤. Hey, listen, I just got a call from a buyer. I want to talk about, spend a few minutes to kind of just explain to you guys what exactly does the phrase and the terms that you see that people talk about, short sales. Okay, so the term short sales comes from, it's almost like think of it this way. I owe you some money. I have to pay you back, but I cannot get enough to pay you back. So I have to get you me paying whatever amount. So for example, if I owe you $100, hey, listen, I can only afford $80 or $90. So you have to make a decision. Either you take it, the 80 and 90, then erase the debt, or you say, you know what, it's either 100 or no deal. All right, so in a simple term, that's kind of simplified a short sale. Okay, so in this case, I'm dealing with the listing agent and the bank, and then the listing agent or me, the buyer's agent or the seller or the buyers, no one gets any say in this. It is all up to the bank. And that's why when you hear the term pending bank approval, okay, and all these things, they just, it's just different variations and different phrase and terminologies people use when it comes to a short, a short sale. Basically, we talked about before different terms. What happens when you don't pay your mortgage? Okay, so if you don't pay your mortgage, they'll give you something in a process called pre-foreclosure. Pre-foreclosure means that, hey, listen, you have missed your payment. Now you have 90 days to pay everything you owe. If you borrow $500,000 from me or $1 million, whatever the case may be, you miss your payment. So now we're giving you a notice of pre-foreclosure. That means you have 90 days to pay back how much you owe us. So that's the time when you have people started to go into that pre-foreclosure or short sales, depending on the terminology. But this basically means that the owner must sell the property to come up with the money. Okay, so, and then if they have enough money, they'll pay it off. That's fine. If they don't, that's when the short sale comes in play. Okay, because now the bank has to decide, hey, listen, I know you owe me $500,000. I know you could only come up with $480,000, but for me to go through all this legal process, all those hassles, fine, I will take the 480. And that's why the term short comes in, because I shorted the bank. I owe bank $500,000. I need I can only sell it, and I can only pay them back $480,000. So now the bank has to decide: do I take do I eat the $20,000 and just walk away from this, or do I just say no? I still want to take your house back, because you understand, when I, as a bank, when I take your house back, I have to go through a lot of stuff. Okay, you guys all heard of pre-foreclosure, foreclosure, and then also auction, and then also you hear a term called bank owned. What it basically means is that I will take the property back from you, okay, then I will try to sell it myself as the bank. Okay, either through auctions. For those of you, if you're interested going down this route, let me know, because Suffolk Boulevard Courthouse, I believe was every Friday, they have auctions, real estate auctions. You see real estate investors, you see builders, contractors, they're there with cash or certified check, because banks and other lenders, they're there try to auction off their properties just to get the money. So if they want to sell off a piece of land to reclaim the loss, let's say $300,000, meanwhile the property may value over $500,000, then you know what, you could, there's a potential you could make $300,000. But be very careful, because remember we talked about where during pre-foreclosure the owner still lives in that house, so I will make sure I don't mess up the house. But now if I can't come up whatever amount the bank wants, so if I can't, and then the bank is going to start an eviction notice and then start kicking me out of my house, I can guarantee you, when people, especially hardworking people, when they're being forced out of their house simply because they missed payments, they will be very upset. And I have seen it. People actually pour cement down the drains sync and so on and so forth. So be very careful. And then also you have to do, there's a lot, I don't want to take too much time today, but if you would like to understand the process, if you were want to actually go into the business, please let me know. Okay, you could always find me. You can hit me on social media, any platform, Andy Huang. My direct line is 646-996-0859. So that way you can understand, because I don't want to give you a 2-minute lesson and you think that now you're equipped with all the knowledge. So basically, it is a good way to make money. Basically at the auction, what they would do, is they will call out, on the next, lot number, block number, so on and so forth. And then if you won, raise your hand. And then, they'll call once, twice, 3 times. That's yours. At the moment they said yours sold, you have to give them 10% worth of cash or cashier's check. Meaning if the land is $500,000 or $1 million, you have to now give them $50,000 or $100,000 in cash or in cashier's check. And you have 30 days to complete the transfer. Meaning that now you got to find a way. If it's $500,000, you give me 50. Now you have to find a way to come up with $450,000, within 29 days or 30 days, depending on the, whatever date it is that you'll end it on. Okay, so that's what it is. So now as far as the short sales, because I, as the, listing agent or the seller's agent or the sellers or the buyer have no say. So I have seen people actually set on a, short sales that waited 1.5 years, almost 2 years, still waiting for the bank approval. Because as silly as it seems, because listen, if all you want is $350,000 and I'm giving you $345,000, you're losing $5,000. Why are you sitting on it like like you could get anything else out of it? So I'm dealing with one right now. Okay, the listing agent listed at $325,000. I have, my buyer say, let's do it. Let's go. At first he was like, I only want to give $300,000. But, and then after that he goes, okay, we'll give we'll give them the full asking price. And then the listing agent got, I'm not sure, greedy or whatever, say, oh, the bank gave us the final payoff amount. It is nowhere near that. So I said, so why did you ever list it at $325,000 anyway? What, are you saying that you don't know how much the payoff amount is? I mean, come on, you're the listing agent. You will know. The owner will know. So, but anyway, so back and forth. It's just very frustrating because we went up as high as $345,000, which is $20,000 above the full asking price. The listing agent goes, no. I say, you know what? Have a nice life. Thank you for your help, and that was it. It's just, these uptight, that's the reason why I just actually got off the phone with the buyer. So, that's why I decided to put it out. So understand this, it is a good way. I would say it is a fabulous way to make a lot of people flip houses. This is one way they do it. They'll find a house that's undervalued. As a matter of fact, I'm working with another client. The client said the same thing. You find me a house because of my PSA background. I have a pricing strategy advisor designation. So he goes, you understand the value, you understand the market. Find me any land. I don't care what it is. I don't even care neighborhood, condition, nothing. You find me an undervalued property, okay? And then as long as I can make, by flipping it, as long as I can make $100,000 in profit, okay, and cover your commission, go ahead and do it. So that's what I'm working with them right now. I'm on the MLS, I'm on LoopNet, and every possible platforms. I'm trying to find, and this is a great way to make money. To buy something that's undervalued. Okay, they have a group of contractors that they're working with, and they will fix it up and flip it and sell it. And and think about it. Most of these things, I'm not talking about a long-term process. I'm talking about 30 days or 60 days or 90 days the most. Where else are you gonna get a way to make $100,000 plus profit in 30 days or 60 days? So it's really good way, and that's what I was telling you guys. It is a fascinating real estate. Really is a fascinating industry to get into. So if you would like to get into the industry, please let me know. Contact me, Andy Huang, any social media platform, or you could call me directly on my phone, 646-996-0859. All right, guys, have a safe Friday, and if I don't get a chance to talk to you guys, enjoy the weekend coming up. I wish you guys well. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.